What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Thanos wave. This is Hellcat, and this is the newest wave that's come out. I believe this, and I wouldn't call it a wave, but the Shield 3-pack, which I'll just call it that, are probably the two newest reveals, or I shouldn't say reveals, releases. There we go. But this is Hellcat. She looks pretty good. There's some problems with her, though, which I'll get to, that I just really bother the hell out of me with this figure. But nothing too bad. She's pretty simplistic in design. She's pretty much a yellow base body with a little bit of paint shading in the front. But I feel like the same issue goes with her that did the X-Men box set. Now we got some paint shading, some like orange paint shading going on up here, which you may not pick up on camera, but she also has some orange paint shading going on around here, and I'm not trying to touch her private parts, but there's some orange paint shading on the front. Now there's none on the back, though. Now that was the problem with the X-Men box set, is that they had this orange coat going on in the front for like detail. There's some on her knees and on maybe a little bit on the inside of her thigh, but you get towards the back portion of her and there's nothing there. It's just very inconsistent. It just seems like there's some inconsistencies here with this figure. Like I said, she is simplistic in her original design, which this is pretty much her normal look. I'm not sure, but this looks like the reused sash from Iron Fist, so that could be reused as well, or Miss Marvel. I have to double check, which I will in this review. But the other problem that really bothers me with this, that really kind of ticks me off, is that they used yellow plastic for here, and then they didn't use yellow plastic for the lower half, which really causes a problem, because they used blue plastic. All of this, and maybe I'm going to try and get this on camera, you can tell they used blue plastic because of the inside of the joint right there, and it caused them to paint this, which is just stupidity. I don't know why you wouldn't just do an entire yellow body and then just paint the blue like they did up here, and it looks fine. The metallic blue came out perfect on here, but here you can see the blue bleeding right through. It just looks really piss poor, to be honest with you. And there's even blue chip, there's some yellow chipping off of the back portion here. It looks much worse in hand than it does on camera right now, from what I can see through the camera. But as you can see, the joint is probably not the best too. I've noticed with some of these female figures that they come loose too. She's pretty sturdy, but with some of these figures that have been coming out, it just seems like they're starting to drop in QC. The quality control is just starting to go down a little bit with these Marvel Legends. I don't know whether it's because they're putting out too many figures at once and they're just kind of trying to hurry up, but I wish they would just take more time, span out the waves a little bit further, and maybe put some tender love and care into sending these out, because I don't like the way that joint is sent out. I certainly don't like how there's only I think there's only one coat of paint on this yellow portion. These yellow should be yellow and not blue bleeding right through. So that really just pisses me off, kind of. I don't know. It just kind of, when I stare at it, because these are two different shades of yellow now, it just looks really bad. I'm going to try and show you guys as best as I can. But you can see the blue is bleeding through, especially on the back here. But maybe it's not coming out on camera, but it is there. I promise you. I'm not lying. She does come with a accessory, and it is her staff here. It's pretty much the same exact reused staff, just in black, that Daredevil got. And she also comes with the head and left arm of Thanos. So if you were interested in that, there's that. There it is, if you want to see it. Kapow. But yeah, I mean, as far as articulation goes, her head is pretty restricted, which is a shame, because she can't really look up, and that's a normalcy with the Marvel Legend female characters because of their long hair. But her head can look down about that far. That's about as far as she can go. It does it wants to tilt a little bit. No jive turkeys, sorry. But her head does swivel side to side pretty easily. That's good. That's a good thing. So at least she can look left and right nicely. Her arms go up, really good range of motion there, and down, and they can do a full 360 rotation. She doesn't have a bicep swivel because she's got an elbow swivel, which is the normal thing now with the female characters at the elbow. And then she's got a hyper extended elbow, so she can go back and forth. If you want to switch it around, I guess you have that option. Not really digging the whole reuse of the Black Cat hands. I wish they would have just put the hinge the right way and had the hinge going this way so you can get her hand to go back and forth. It just kind of wants to go pivot this way, side to side. I don't mind that, but I would prefer her arm to go like this, or her hand to go like this, back and forth, like this hand. Oh no, this hand doesn't do it either. It goes side to side. Yeah, I'm not really digging that. I don't really need that. That just doesn't make much sense to me. So I could do without that. She doesn't have a waist swivel. She's got the diaphragm joint right here, and you can rotate it like that, or swivel it like that. Like this, excuse me. This is a separate piece, so it kind of just jiggles. She can do the splits about that much. Her legs can go forward, and they can go back, and they can, she does have a upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, an ankle hinge that goes forward and back, and the ankle pivot that we're all used to. So she's probably one of the easier figures to stand, though, I would say. There's something odd, another thing I want to point out, and I've really been meaning to point this out, and I keep forgetting, and shame on me for forgetting, but there's like a weird points where I want her foot to sit, and I can't get it quite in between. I wish they didn't have this clicking. You know, they're clicking into place right there. There's one. There's pretty much one. There's the first pose. Two. There's the second pose. Three. There's the last pose. I wish there wasn't a clicking mechanism in there. There wasn't like a groove in there. I wish it was just like you could just put it wherever you wanted, and then that's it. It just bothers me because some of these figures really have a hard time standing, and they really need to stop reusing these knee joints, these rubbery, gummy joints at the lower portion of the leg, because, and I feel like they're reusing the White Queen legs a lot, like they did with Scarlet Witch. I hate those legs. Those legs don't stand. It doesn't seem like they're gonna last. I just wish they would just get a new mold or make the plastic stronger, especially at the knee joint, because I don't know. I just don't think this is gonna last the test of time. These joints are going to get super loose, and when I get to my Scarlet Witch review, you'll see what the hell I'm talking about. It just really is just kind of annoying sometimes, because, I mean, you look at the character, you look at the figure, and it looks great, right? From afar. It's like a full Monet. You look at it from afar, but it's far from good. It just needs to be, the quality control needs to be fixed on these, and it's just, I don't know. But is it a good figure? I mean, she's not really the most well-known character, and I can dig that. I like that. That's what DC Universe Classics did. I like that. So I don't mind that we got the character. What I mind is the quality control. This paint really bothers me. The orange paint in the front of her and not on the back isn't consistent. That's a failure right there. It's a failure with the paint on the legs. It just looks rushed and shoddy to me. So I don't know. Would I recommend this figure? Probably not. Just to say that she's probably not the best or most well-known character, A, and B, I don't know. Maybe it's just my figure. Maybe it is, and I'd like to say that, but I can't. So I don't know. I'm going to say pass. I'm going to say pass on this figure. I'm glad I own her, but I wish she was a little bit better. I wish they would have just used yellow plastic from here down. It would have made it a lot easier. But she's easy to stand. She's easy to pose. She's probably one of the best female figures to pose. You can really pose her pretty well. So the posing isn't an issue. It's just the paint applications are really kind of shoddy on this figure. She can hold her staff, but she can't even hold both pieces in both hands. That's another problem that I have. If you're going to give her two-piece staff, then she should be able to hold it. She can't hold it in this hand because it's in a striking hand. I don't see the point to that. So she can only hold it in this one hand. She's got to have it in the staff mode the whole time. So, I don't know. I'm sorry to rant, piss and moan, or rant and complain about this, but these are problems that need to be brought up, because that's kind of the point of a review. And I'm sorry if I offended any Marvel Legends collectors, but I'm a Marvel Legends collector myself, and these issues need to be brought up. So, and she falls over. There she goes. But she usually doesn't fall over. She's usually pretty good. So, I don't know. I would say pass on this figure. If you don't know who it is, then probably don't need to worry about it. But, I mean, I know who Hellcat is. So, I mean, that's all that matters to me. It's nice that we have the character, but I would say pass on this guy. Or girl, excuse me. I didn't mean to be sexist there. Girl. Lady. Woman. Wonderful lady. Magnificent lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Hellcat. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always. Sorry for the rant, but needed to be said. And I'll see you guys on the flip side.